Hello. My name's Sam and welcome to my channel, Sewverton Sparkle with Sam. So those of you who regularly view might know that I've been a little bit AWOL recently with one thing and another. I've had Scottish frocktails. I've been very busy. Also given myself a little bit of a break after the sewing bee and all of my sewing bee videos. And I've also had a bit of a cold. In fact, there's still a little bit there. So apologies if you get a few cut scenes because I need to have a good old cough. But yes, so the reason I am here is I have got some very exciting news. And me and my lovely friend Katherine from Sewverton Makery, we both had some very exciting news and we both got a bit overexcited, which is what happens sometimes when we have exciting news. So so a few weeks ago, I got told that I had been accepted into the Sew Inspired Ambassadorship for Beyond the Pink Door. So those of you who don't know, Beyond the Pink Door is a lovely fabric shop in Poundbury and run by the lovely Andrea. And Andrea kind of put a reach out for people that wanted to show off her fabrics and be ambassadors for her fabric shop. Now, I've been a customer of Andrea's for a few years now. I also subscribed to her subscription box, which I loved and enjoyed. And when the opportunity came up to apply, I jumped in with both feet. And then I found out on my first actual Zoom for the ambassadorship that my lovely friend Katherine was also going to be a Sew Inspired ambassador. So straight away, we went on the website and we both, within about 30 seconds of each other, found the same fabric that we liked. So we thought, well, why not celebrate the fact that we're both ambassadors by doing a collaboration? So that's why I'm here. Now, I love a jersey top. I love a jersey top. And I'm wearing at the moment my Tilly and the Buttons Agnes top, which I make a lot and I love to bits. So when I came to looking at fabric, I was drawn very much to jersey fabric. And the one that we bought was this lovely piece of fabric here. And this stunning fabric is called Meadow Coneflower Cotton Jersey. And as you can see, it's lovely and stretchy. It's by Stoff of Denmark. I'm just looking over. It's a 40% four-way stretch, so it's fantastic. And what I love most of all about this fabric, it is super duper wide. So it's 160 centimeters wide, which means a little goes a long way, which is fantastic. So particularly when you're making things from jersey, because anything that you've got left over, you can always make pants from, which is fabulous. So yes, it's 95% cotton and 5% elastane. And just look at those colours. I mean, you know, I was never not going to make something with it. So what I decided to make with it was, of course, a jersey top. And I have made the Vera top by Forget Me Not Patterns a couple of times. But I've always wanted to do the hack again. I did a hack a few years ago of the Vera top with the mock turtleneck and wear it almost constantly throughout autumn and winter. I don't wear it very much in the summer, but I thought, seeing as that the autumn winter season was among us again, that I'd kind of make myself something fresh. And I have got a couple of the mock turtlenecks, but they tend to be in more kind of muted colours. And just because it's autumn and winter doesn't mean that you shouldn't be able to wear bright colours. So I really wanted something bright and cheery, but that kept me warm. So I could feel almost like it was summer colours, but in the autumn and winter. Does that make sense? So yeah. Now, Katherine went away and had her ideas. And I have done a blog post, which I will pop down below. And if you want to just go and read all of the details of what we've done, it is on my blog post on my website, sewletsparkle.com. And so you can read all about it on there. But I'm just going to leave you now with Sam of a few days ago. Bearing in mind, I did have a bit of a cold, making up my Vera top. So because I want to use the Forget-Me-Not Vera, but I want the neckline for the mock turtle of the Freya. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my Freya piece on top of my Vera. So I've basically scooted away all the bottom of the Freya because I only need the top piece, and then I'm just going to line it up here, and then I like the way that this comes in, so I'm just going to line everything up here and then use this new cut line to cut the neckline. So I've been getting on with my Vera top, and I've done a little test on a piece of scrap fabric on my overlocker because I want to do the lion's share of it on my overlocker. But when I was using my overlocker, it was making like a squeaky noise, like you were overlocking a mouse, which that's not a nice image, is it? Anyway, that occasionally happens on all machines. You get funny noises, you get little things happening. When that does happen, I always go to this, my little overlocker Bible, and it's called the Overlocker Technique Manual. And basically it'll kind of show you anything that you need to know on the overlocker, plus a lot of troubleshooting. So if you've got problems with your tension, I had to tighten my tension a little bit because I could see the stitches the other side, or if you've got anything going on there, then it will let you know. So I'm going to have a little peruse of my book, and then I'll come back and tell you what I decided I needed to do. So I've had a little look. There wasn't anything particularly about squeaking, but like most things, if you give it a good clean, so that's what I've done. I've given it all a good clean. I've taken everything out, and then I've gone again, and this seems to be giving me much better finish. So yeah, I think my overlocker just needed a clean. I mean, I do clean it quite regularly. I'm quite good with my machines, but it could have been that something was stuck somewhere where it really didn't like it. So, right, I'm going to get on with my Vera top. So I've set my machine up to twin needle. So I've got my twin needle in, and I've got my two different threads. Now, as you can see, this is not the spool that comes with the machine. For some reason, I have lost the little white one, but as you can see, I've made it work. So I've got my one thread on there, and I've got my other thread on here. I find it works better if you thread them separately. And then on my machine, you've got two different hooks. So the left one goes in here and the right one goes in there. And then they obviously go in the separate needles. And then I always lengthen my stitch a bit when I'm twin needling. So that is the normal stitch that I use. And then what you get is you get this absolutely beautiful, let me see if I can show you, my phone's not playing games. You get this beautiful twin needle finish, and then on the back it zigzags, so it keeps it all nice and tidy. I'll show you on the actual finished garment. So here's the finished top stitching. So I've got this beautiful twin needling here, and then on the other side, so twin needling here, and on the other side, you've just got a nice neat zigzag, and I just think it's a lovely finish. I've decided to double it over because this is a bit of a thinner jersey, and I find sometimes with the thinner jerseys, the hem sometimes kind of flips up, even if you twin needle it. Whereas doubling it over, you can see that the back is a bit lower than the front, which is why it doesn't line up. But yeah, and that just holds it nicely against the body. So I'm really pleased with that finish. And I'm glad that I went for the blue to go with the blue of here and the green to go with the green in the flowers, because I'm probably going to wear this top either with blue jeans or with my green Rowan trousers. So yeah, coming together nicely. And she is finished. So it's my lovely new Vera top with the lovely mock turtle, and I've gone for the long sleeve option, and I've tried to get the cone flower on each one because I just love that part of the pattern. And then the sleeve is gathered into this long cuff, and then the set-in sleeve at the top, and then the lovely twin needling, and I'm wearing it with my blue jeans at the moment, and yeah, I really love it. I'll try and put some footage up here so you can see it in its fullest glory. So let me tell you about the pattern. I have got my trusty iPad with me because I forget things. So the pattern describes Vera is a top pattern designed for knit fabrics that has a fun full sleeve. This is a take on a bishop sleeve, features 2 different cuffs. So you can have this long cuff or you can have a short cuff. You can have, it's made as a V-neck, and it kind of gently gathers in to create a bit more interest. And it's a little bit more challenging than a basic tee pattern. So it is a free pattern, and it has the option of a V-neck and just a normal kind of crew neck for the free pattern. But as I showed you in the video, it's really easy to change the neckline on a jersey top, so you can kind of make it your own. And I am going to wear this all autumn, winter long. I mean, it'll definitely do me for a long time. So the sizing for the Vera goes from a bust of 28.5 inches to a bust of 48.5 inches, and a hip of 32.5 inches to a hip of 52 inches. So I think that's a pretty good size range, particularly bearing in mind it is a free pattern. And yeah, and all I'm going to say is you should just go and get some of this gorgeous jersey and make yourself a jersey top to take you through autumn and winter. So yeah, I love my Vera. Now, I cannot wait to go and find out what Katherine has made, although I do already know, but I'm really excited to watch her video. If you have watched me first, then don't forget to go and pop over and see what Katherine has made. And if you've popped over from Katherine, hello, it's good to see you. If you like videos like this, don't forget to give me a like and subscribe if you haven't already, because it really helps my channel. And find out what else I'll be doing for Beyond the Pink Door as a Sew Inspired ambassador, because I have lots and lots of plans. Thanks ever so much for watching. Don't forget to sparkle. Bye for now.